Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Fireface Backhouse here with my One Piece Chapter 815 review. I know it's a little bit late. I did my live reaction and things have been a little hectic the last few days, so I'm bringing you my review now. I even took some notes for this video to try and make it speed up a little bit. Now, a lot of stuff did happen. You know, we got the reveal with Germa 66, you know, otherwise known as, you know, the warmonger. You know, it's the underground army, you know, and at the head of it is the VinSmoke family. You know, Nami even said, you know, what are you talking about, this make-believe mythical army? You know, that's just a load of crap. You know, Peckham says no, you know, it's real. You know, and at the top of it is the VinSmoke family, and it's run by Blackleg's father. You know, Luffy really doesn't care. He just wants to know, you know, if Sanji's coming back, and, you know, instead of them becoming Big Mom's underlings, he wants Big Mom to become his underlings. And, you know, Peckham tells Luffy, you know, to shut his mouth, you know. Don't get cocky or confident, you know. Big Mom is a Yonko. She's one of the emperors of the sea. In any case, Blackleg won't be able to run from this marriage, you know, as they can already tell by the way he left. That if he refuses the tea party invitation, that he will get a present. And in this certain present will be the head of somebody that he is known, affiliated, or involved with. It could be somebody from the Straw Hats, could be somebody from the restaurant in the East Blue, or it could be somebody from the Kamabaka Kingdom, where he was sent when Kuma sent him flying. Now, you know, that kind of shows how widespread Big Mom can get information, because Kuma did just send Sanji flying there, and, you know, the fact that they knew he was at the sea restaurant. You know, I'm surprised that this, you know, wedding, you know, is happening now and not even before. You know, what would have happened if this wedding happened, you know, before Luffy even got to the sea restaurant and Sanji wasn't even there, you know? But, you know, he says that that's absolute power, that it's a threat, a demand issued by one with absolute overwhelming power becomes simply inevitable fate. Who could possibly oppose it? That's the existence known as the Yonko, and it's what's meant to be drawn to your very wit's end. You know, Peckham then, you know, explains, you know, this is just a political marriage. It's meant this is a political marriage. Everyone who sails under Big Mom must have their bloodlines tied. You know, that's a little weird. That the marriage is just a ceremony to tie the bloodlines between the VinSmokes and the Charlotte family. And, you know, he basically puts their mind at ease, saying, listen, the moment it happens, Blackleg Sanji will not be a part of your crew. He is the only one leaving your crew. We did not do this to get a connection with you guys, the Straw Hat Pirates. Luffy then, you know, decides and tells Peckhams, you know, you can't decide that load of crap. You know, Sanji's one of my crew, you know, and, you know, and then later he asks Peckhams, what are you doing? Peckham says, well, I'm going to head back to Mama after this, because I got to teach that brat Capone Beige, you know, a lesson for almost killing me. And then Luffy says, take me with you. Now he tells Nami, I'll go by myself, because if we all go, it could start a war. We don't really want that war to start right now. And, you know, it kind of shows that Luffy is thinking, you know, now I'm thinking, you know, Luffy goes there, maybe Jinbe is there, meeting with Big Mom, and Jinbe helps him, and that is how Jinbe will join the crew full time, you know, maybe from now on. it would be interesting to see. It would be a good point to bring Jinbe back in the story now. But anyway, he then says, okay, it's decided, that he'll go get Chopper to hurry up. And as he's going, out the door, Peckham says to hold his horses, and he notices Zoro, and he's like, oh, you're probably worried about Sanji, aren't you? And he's laughing and everything. And Zoro's like, don't make me kick your ass. I told you to leave that idiot alone. And then it shoots back. Obviously Zoro and Luffy had a little bit of a conversation. It'll probably flash back to that. It goes to Brook and everybody walking up, talking about everything, and then Luffy finally sees Nekomushi, calls him a monster cat. He just affectionately guard-chews him, jumps on him, squishes Luffy and Zoro against the wall and everything. And then we see Law. Law introduces us to all 20 of his crew after he's like, what the fuck is going on here and everything. And then, why isn't it this loading, and then, they're talking, and everything. He lets him know about Sanji and Big Mom and everything, and like, can you hold off on the Kaido thing? And, he informs Luffy that Kaido already knows about their location. He knows they're on Zou. Zou is supposed to just be a hiding place, so now we know that Jack is on his way back to Zou to, 1, find Raizo, and 2, get revenge on the Straw Hats. Now, Zoro and Law are likely going to be teaming up against Jack when he invades, and everybody else who is there will fight the minions. I think that it's possible maybe we might even see somebody else join the Grand Fleet. But, we are likely probably going to get a new Nakama, a new crewmate after this arc, excluding Jinbe. If Jinbe does get introduced, then, he's back, he's in the crew full time. And then they go to the party scene, after some time, Oda didn't show us the plan they came up with, and then, they were having their party and everything, so maybe Zou might be done, maybe not, we don't know. And then, Brook, Robin, and Frankie are standing guard so the samurai don't get, Kinemon and Kanjuro don't get found out, because it'll be some big trouble, even if it is the Straw Hats that save them, you have, samurai with you, what the fuck is going on? And them guarding really didn't help because they fell asleep, and then at the end of the chapter, we have Kinemon and Kanjuro finally, arriving, and the Bariete, the monkey, is going to be screaming and telling everybody that the samurais are here, and Inuyasha and everybody, because it looks like the sun's rising and everything. It'll be the daytime people that'll deal with it, and we'll see what happens here. It's interesting, the cliffhanger that Oda left us on. It doesn't say there's a break next week, so this year's Sanji thing is really kicking off. Who knows where we will really go from here? I mean, people thought we were going to go to Wano after here. Now it looks like the crew is still going to be separated. Remind you, the crew has still not fully gotten back together since they separated at Dressrosa with everything. So the crew was not fully reunited. It was 90% reunited, not 100% because Sanji's gone. So Luffy's gonna go with Peckham's to go get him. You know, we're gonna likely have Law and Zoro team up against Jack if he returns. You know, there's a whole lot of directions it could go. I am gonna have a theory about Germa 66 or the Warmonger coming out soon. Based on this chapter, you know, it looks like we're gonna have Luffy versus Big Mom incoming, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, is it gonna be something where, you know, while Luffy and Peckham's are on their way to Whole Cake Island, a little bit after that, Jack comes back and, you know, it shows a little bit of them fighting off Jack and everything, and the odd panel here or there of Peckham's and Luffy traveling, and then once it gets there, you know, it'll be weird to see how it'll go back and forth if there's two big things. You know, this really does show the craziness of the new world that, you know, sometimes your crew is going to have to split up, and you have multiple threats and multiple things that you got to take care of at once. It'll be interesting to see what happens, you know, coming up next week. I give this chapter a good 10 out of 10. We had a lot of stuff happen. We found out about Germa 66 or Germa double 6. You know, we found out what happens if you say fuck you to Big Mama's, you know, Tea Party invitation. We found out Luffy is gonna go alone with Peckham's to Whole Cake Island to get Sanji back. You know, he wants his chef, you know. He wants him back. You know, we found out that Kaido knows that they're on Zou, so shit's gonna get real. And then, you know, we finally get the samurai arriving to the top. You know, so a lot of stuff happened, a lot of progression in this chapter. You know, it was a chapter over here, over there, a lot of information, you know, and, you know, a good 10 out of 10. So, to everybody out there who watched this video, give me a like if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, comment down below on what you liked or didn't like and what changes you'd like to see to my video. Subscribe if you like my videos and want to get my videos right when they come out. And once again, I'm sorry this review is a couple days late, but some personal issues and stuff happened, and hopefully everybody liked this. As always, everybody, I hope you have a good day and good night and whatever you're doing, and stay safe. And until next time, everybody, this is Firefist Backhoe signing out. Bye-bye!